Hello my friends, Wiggle here. Hope the day finds you well. It has been a while. So I got a wild hair and decided to get back to gardening. We've had this freezing cold stuff. It's late January and now we've had this, we had a major Arctic, it was terrible. And now we have this warm spell coming and I'm like, I didn't do any fall planting at all. And my daughter is interested in helping me do a little bit of gardening, so I'm like inspired to get out here and do a better job. This is my old efforts here, and I just let the cows in and they tore everything up because I just couldn't keep up with all the weeding and everything. And we started to do this little bit by hand here. This is a 50-foot grow bed, and it's designed to take 10-foot frost cloth. And I might have to check the dimensions to make sure. But we did this by hand. Some of the ground was still frozen, and we're trying to dig out the dock root and all that. And it's like, you know what? Let's just use the machine. And my spacing is bad, and they're kind of ugly and not even looking. And it's just like, these things last like 25 years at least, probably 40 or 50 years, I'm not sure. But I mean, this galvanized pipe should hold up for a while. So the point is I want to do it right, have it looking good, aesthetically pleasing and functional, and a lot better spacing, a lot better use of the garden I already have instead of adding more garden. See this ridiculous, brand new camera by the way, so sorry. Let's see if I can, alright, that's it. See this huge space between, you don't need that, and it's just wasted. More place for weeds, more work to keep it. I want to have even spacing. It's just most efficient. So I'm going to redo the beds and I'm going to make them taller. These shorter ones just really aren't good because things grow up and they're hitting it's just not enough space. These little bit taller ones are better. So I'm going to go more with the tall ones, and I just leave the structure in place, use it year round for different things. So I wanted to just get a start, show you on the start of this thing. So I'm going to start down at my lowest elevation because that's the most moist and that's the most fertility. I'm going to start at my lower part, which is to my right, and then I'm going to work back up to the left, and I'm going to reuse all of these hoops and things, and I'll add the little extensions to make them higher on the short ones. It's all going to be tall ones. I ordered new frost cloth. I used the medium weight, 9 ounces per square foot or whatever it is. So I'll show you as I get it done. So these are 50-foot long beds, and they're going to be designed for 10-foot shade cloth. And I'm going to use, got a bunch of old oak fence boards. So I'm going to use those as the see how I did this? Just in little thin strips and just broken pieces, and it worked and it held it on really well, but it just doesn't hold up. So I'm going to use a little bit thicker boards to attach the frost cloth to, and to kind of give us a barrier between the good soil and the wood chips. So we're going to, I have this mountain of wood chips here for the walkways, and I'm going to sift that dirt out, and we're going to build the beds. I got this sifter over here. I guess I'll show you that. We're going to take that sifter, set it with the high part to the right like this, and then I'll use the bucket on the loader to dump this stuff in, and we're going to get all these roots out and everything, all the dock root. And we're just going to sift all the wood chips out, all of the rocks, all the roots, Johnson grass root. We're going to get all that stuff out of there. I'll probably replant the Johnson root, and I'm going to save the dock root, dry it out, and see if I can sell it. But there's my sifter. So we'll just put the sifter inside the bed, sift the dirt, the trash will come to the aisle, the good dirt will fall in the bed, and then we'll put the other side on the the bed, the other piece of wood to hold back the good dirt, and then we'll mulch it, and we'll just keep working our way back. And I am going to scrape down to subsoil, and again to get the all the black dirt up. I should have an abundance. And I just get out here with a little shovel and poke a little hole so I know how deep to scrape it. And it's never perfect because your machine's not sitting level and your blade's doing whatever, but you can get most of your stuff up. So that was the one we struggled by hand to get the dock roots out of. I'm just like, let's just redo it. Let's just move it and do it right. So I'll show you what it looks like when we get there, and then I'll show you what we're putting in it. And again, it's almost the end of January. I'm not sure of the date, but we're going to get some food going, and we're going to be harvesting something to eat by the time most people start planting. So, and again, if it was fall done, we'd have just an abundance of food. I think I showed you that harvest like last March. Just crazy amount of food. But this is a really efficient way of growing food, extending your seasons. The performance is really awesome, and it's way more affordable than greenhouses. When you look at the price of getting a bed like this inside of a greenhouse, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. And I can get this done for just a couple $100. Not including labor, of course, but this the amount of materials. And my grow bed, and I actually, with the frost cloth on, less water. I never water, honestly, unless it's really, really, really dry. I pretty much just plant it, water it one time, and leave the frost cloth on, just leave it alone. I don't do anything. I take the frost cloth off in the harvest. The rain goes through the frost cloth, and also the way that I have all this, permaculture principle of holding the water back. Wood chips are more porous, but the beds are not. So every little bed is kind of like a little dam, and it just soaks up the water from underneath. And I don't have to water. Even in the summer, I don't have to water, but certainly not this time of year. So the watering will be minimal. The weeding will be minimal. We'll get a lot of chickweed and stuff. But we'll feed that to the rabbits. I mean, I love having rabbits now. We don't eat them. But all of the excess I can give to the rabbits, and they give me back very high quality fertilizer ready to use. And if I get a lot, I'll give it to the cows. So I don't mind. And we also eat the chickweed. So all of the weeds that come in this time of year are edible, mostly. So that's an added bonus. So I guess I'm talking a lot. Had a lot of coffee. But I did want to show you the project before. I mean, I started a little bit, but before and after. Moved the fence, so 50-foot rows. I'm going to have really good spacing on the walkway. It's maybe like 30 inches or something. And all the ridges are going to be even. And I'm also going to cut down. See, like that's a 10-foot pole there. 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. So one, you see a little coupling. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one out. I'm going to put one in the middle. So I'm going to save a hoop. It's every 5 feet. So I'll use 11 per instead of whatever I'm using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 per. I'll use 11 per, which will be good. Saving 1 per section. So I'll update you. Thanks for watching this, y'all. And remember, be the light walking in dark places. This is Wiggle Out.